Hello friends, and welcome to Webronaq. Here is a question worth thinking about. You are reading an article, a report, maybe even a social media post, and someone makes a strong claim. But is that claim actually true, or is it just what someone believes? That difference, fact versus opinion, is one of the most useful things you can learn to spot in any text. When you can tell them apart, you read smarter. You stop taking things at face value. You start asking the right questions. In this video, we are going to break down exactly how to do that, step by step, with clear examples along the way. In the next slide, we start at the very beginning, with what a fact actually is. Alright, so we covered why this skill matters. Now let's build the foundation, starting with facts. A fact is a statement that can be checked and proven true. It does not depend on how someone feels or what they believe. You can test it, measure it, or look it up. Here are two examples. The Nile is the longest river in Africa. That is a fact. You can verify it in any geography source. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Also a fact. Measurable, testable, consistent. Notice what both sentences have in common. They describe something real and specific. No personal feeling is involved. Anyone, anywhere, checking the same source, would reach the same conclusion. That is the key marker of a fact. It holds up under verification. Coming up next, we look at opinions, and things get a little more interesting. Alright, so we covered facts in the last slide, statements you can verify with evidence. Now let's look at the other side. An opinion is a personal view or judgment. It can't be proved true or false, because it depends on how someone feels or what they believe. Here's the contrast. The Eiffel Tower is 330 meters tall. That's a fact. Measurable, checkable. Now this one. The Eiffel Tower is the most beautiful structure ever built. That's an opinion. Why? Because most beautiful is a judgment. Someone else might completely disagree, and neither person is wrong in the factual sense. Opinions aren't bad. They're a normal part of writing and conversation. But recognizing them means you read more carefully and think more critically. Coming up next, we'll look at the specific words that signal an opinion is on the way. Alright, now that we know what an opinion is, let's talk about how to spot one in the wild, because certain words are dead giveaways. Opinion signal words include I believe, I think, seems, should, best, worst, and probably. These words signal that someone is sharing a view, not a proven truth. For example, I think this is the best approach. That's an opinion. Notice the words think and best. Now compare that to fact-based phrasing, which is neutral and evidence-driven. Studies show this method reduced errors by 40%. No personal view, just data. So when you read any sentence, ask yourself, is the writer claiming something they can prove, or expressing how they feel about it? In the next slide, we'll look at cases that aren't so obvious. Alright, here's where it gets interesting. Some statements wear a disguise. We covered signal words last time, but tricky cases go a step further, because the red flags are hidden. Take this sentence. Scientists agree this is the healthiest diet. Sounds solid, right? It has scientists in it. But the word healthiest is a judgment, and judgments are opinions, even when experts seem to back them up. Now flip it. The unemployment rate rose by 3% last year. No opinion words. No emotion. Just a measurable number that can be checked. That is a fact, even though it sounds like a casual statement. The key move is this. Find the claim inside the sentence and ask, can someone actually measure or verify this? If yes, it leans fact. If it relies on judgment, it is opinion. Coming up next, we bring the whole framework together. Alright, let's bring it all together. A fact is something you can check and verify. It stands up to evidence. An opinion is a belief or judgment that reflects a point of view, not proof. We looked at how to spot the difference using language clues, and we covered tricky cases where the line gets blurry. Here's the key takeaway. Always ask one question. Can this be checked and proven? If yes, it is a fact. If it depends on how someone feels or thinks, it is an opinion. That one question will serve you in every text you ever read. Practice it, and it becomes second nature. Thanks for watching, friends. See you in the next one.